Hi everybody, it's Mary. So this video is going to be a highly requested video. It is about these faux locks which I have done by Crochet Braids. They come in a pack with a loop, and then you braid your hair and then you attach them to your braids, your cane rows, and then Bob's your uncle. So if you're wondering what brand I use, this is the brand I got. This is the Bobbi Boss Bomba Dreadlocks Faux Locks Sole. And I actually bought these from within the UK. If you've been watching YouTube for a while, you will see quite a lot of people have installed faux locks for maybe the last year and a half. But most of those, I think the vast majority of those have been within the United States, but I don't think I've seen anybody from the UK or within Europe doing it. So yeah, I got this from a UK based company. I will leave a link in the description box below for you if you would like to order some products from them, because they actually ship within the UK. I went for standard shipping when I made my purchase, but it actually arrived within about 3 days. Literally, like, yeah, it was really quick. So bear with me guys, because this is the very first time I've ever done anything like this before. I've never had braids in my hair or extensions, and this was my very first time doing it, number one, and also my very first time doing it on myself, number two. And yes, along with this video there is going to be a sort of mini tutorial. I'm just gonna kind of bring you through the steps of what I did to achieve this style. I took quite a long time to install these, but I have to give an explanation. I've heard people say that they've installed this with the whole head of crochet braids like this, with this exact brand, with within an hour and a half to 2 hours maximum. For me it took a lot longer, simply because number one, I had to cane row my hair, which I haven't done in a long time, especially because I didn't blow dry my hair to do that, so that's one thing. Secondly, I've never done crochet braids before, so I had to kind of get used to doing the technique. Number three, I was filming, of course. And number four, I was watching TV and just chilling out, and I did it in the evening when I knew I would have a lot of time, because I know it's something that I'm not really used to doing and I didn't want to rush. So it took me about 6 hours to do, but that's with all the other stuff going on. But I'm pretty sure if you are used to doing crochet styles in your hair, that it should really take only about an hour and a half to 2 hours, even shorter if you're quite quick, because it is very simple. They are very simple to install. And also, this is part of the reason why I decided to go for a crochet style as opposed to getting the Marley hair and winding it around my hair, because I just felt like that was going to be, for me, a beginner, that was going to be too much work. And I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials, which I will leave links to in the description box below the video, just basically looking at the technique for installing crochet braids in your hair. And for me it worked. So the hair, every pack of hair actually comes with 15 individual faux locks in, and they are retailing within the UK for about £9.99 a pack, I believe. Yes, that's correct, £9.99 a pack. I actually originally ordered 6 packs, but after having done my whole head, I kind of realized that I was actually running out of braids, and I had to kind of like try to use some in the middle to kind of cover over the back. So I think that for the density of my hair and for how many cane rows I did in my hair, I think that you should probably order 7 packs. You should be able to see that I have black faux locks, but I also have some purple. So in total I actually ordered 6 packs of 1B, which is a sort of natural black colour, and then I ordered 1 pack of deep purple. And that's because I was just feeling a purple vibe, as you can see from the lips, and I just thought it would be really nice to just have little glimmers of a different colour. It actually comes in a lot of colours. There's a jet black, there is a soft natural black, sorry, there's deep purple, there's burgundy, I think there's a green and a blue as well. There's a really nice range of colors, so it's really nice because you can basically create your own style, even though other people may install faux locks, but yours can be slightly different depending on your vibe or your mood. The length of the hair is actually 18 inches. I'll see if I can stand on my tiptoes. So you can see, well, I'm not going to pull them, but you can see they kind of come, on me, they come sort of below the boobage, below the boob area. I have seen some YouTubers who have actually cut this to a shorter length, and it does actually look nice at a shorter length as well. So if you don't want them to be that long, you can cut them as well. So at this point I have actually had this hair in for about 3 weeks. Is it heavy? That's a good question. No, it's not heavy at all. It's actually quite light. Now for me it was a bit of an experience getting used to the feeling of having hair this long, because I've never had hair this long before, and I wasn't used to how the braids feel on my head. So for me it was a bit unusual getting used to the feeling of them, but after about 2 or 3 days it was completely fine. So no, they're not heavy, but the actual locks themselves, they are hollow in the middle, so it looks like, you know, it's an actual full lock, but it's not. It actually has a coil at the end, and I'm going to show you a close-up later on. And the middle of this is hollow, so you can actually squeeze it like this. So because it's hollow, that's part of the reason why it's actually such a lightweight on your head when you install all of them. So to be honest, I have really been enjoying wearing these. I have got a lot of compliments on them. I also went to my local hair shop and bought, you know, these little things. I don't even know what they're called, but yeah, I've put them on here in various places through my hair. I actually really love them. Initially it was kind of weird. I was like, I'm not sure about this. And also when you first install them, they are quite shiny. I know that because they are under my lights, of course they look quite shiny, but when you first install them they look shinier than this. But what I really do love about these is that the older it gets, the more realistic it gets. And that's part of the reason why when I was going for this style, I decided to go for these, because I feel like the older that they get, I don't know if you can see here, they do kind of start to, over time, they kind of rub on each other, and they do begin to kind of have a little bit of hair that kind of, they tend to stick together. If you have these on them, I mean, it's very easy to remove. You simply just get some scissors and cut them, and that's fine. But what I notice about that though is that over time it actually adds to the realistic look of them. There's not a whole ton of shedding like a lot of hair that I've heard that sheds. It doesn't really shed like that, but they do begin to catch on each other a little. But what I like about that is that it tends to start to over time emulate a little bit of what your natural hair texture looks like. So I was planning to, on a daily basis or every few days, to spray my hair, or at the very least to spray my hairline and maybe apply a bit of gel. But I wasn't looking for this really extra neat, clean, slicked back look. I wanted it to look a little bit more like it was something that actually kind of sort of grew out of my head. 1 or 2 people asked me if they're real or not. I'm not sure if, I mean, to me it's kind of obvious that they're not real, but I guess over time, as I said, they start to look more and more realistic, so I guess that's a plus. I just feel like they're a really good investment actually, and because they can be washed, you can use them again and again, and yeah, they're just going to look really realistic and yeah, really beautiful. I haven't washed my hair since I've installed them. What I am planning to most likely do is actually remove them and then wash my hair, maybe give my hair a week's break and actually wash the braids themselves, because you can wash them, and then possibly reinstall them in a slightly different style. I have a style in mind, so yeah, stay tuned for that one. The nice thing I find about the whole thing about doing crochet braids is that because I've done cane rows in my hair, I've actually gone through with my spray bottle and gone through the parts and just sprayed my hair with water. And where I have sprayed them with water, I've just done it on a day or a time when I know I'm gonna have at least a couple of hours before bed, because of the hair on top, it's gonna take a while for my actual natural hair to dry, and I just didn't want to go to bed with wet hair. So I would do it during the daytime and then let it dry over time, and then by the time it gets to the evening, my hair would be at least 80% dry. So I believe that I've covered most of the things that you may have questions about, but if there are any further questions, then please do not hesitate to put them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them as best I can. And again, if you would like more details on where I purchased this hair from, then I have a special link for you in the about box below the video. Check it out down there so you can see where I bought them from. As I said, they are a UK based company. If you like how they look, then comment below and give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already and you would like to see more videos on these faux locks or possibly other future crochet styles that I may do, bearing in mind this has actually been really good, and I think I might actually start doing a lot more crochet braid styles, then definitely subscribe, hit the red subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.